The story of Kentucky Fried Chicken, better known today as KFC, is a tale woven into the very fabric of American entrepreneurship, resilience, and innovation. At the heart of the brand lies a secret that transcends its famous blend of 11 herbs and spices, a secret that speaks to the power of vision, grit, and unyielding determination. To uncover the captivating narrative behind KFC's global success, one must journey back nearly a century to the American South and trace the remarkable odyssey of its founder, Colonel Harlan Sanders. Harlan David Sanders was born in 1890 in a small Indiana town, a place nestled within the heartlands of America. Life was challenging from the start. When Harlan was only 6 years old, his father died, leaving him to assume much of the care for his siblings while his mother worked long hours at a tomato cannery. These circumstances instilled in the young boy a sense of responsibility beyond his years, and perhaps more importantly, they gave him an early education in the art of cooking. It was in his mother's humble kitchen that Sanders first learned to prepare simple Southern meals. Stews, fried meats, biscuits, each dish imbued with comfort and care. By the time Harlan was a teenager, he'd worked dozens of odd jobs, from farmhand to streetcar conductor, and eventually found himself stationed at a Shell gas station in Corbin, Kentucky. It was here, at the edge of a dusty highway, where fate began to shape his legacy. Emerging from America's Great Depression, travelers and locals passing through town needed more than just fuel for their cars. They needed a place to rest and a hot, satisfying meal. Sensing an opportunity, Sanders began serving homemade meals out of the attached service room. Word quickly spread about his delicious fried chicken, cooked to crispy perfection, using a unique method that differentiated it from the slow, grease-laden poultry of his competition. He experimented relentlessly, eventually hitting upon the iconic pressure frying technique that produced chicken both moist and tender, with just the right crispy coating. The magic, of course, was in the seasoning, a secret blend of 11 herbs and spices, which Sanders jealously guarded. By the mid-1930s, Sanders's sole operation had evolved into the Sanders Cafe, drawing hungry travelers from miles around. His standards were uncompromising, only the best ingredients, the highest level of cleanliness, and warm personal service. Sanders donned his now iconic white suit and black string tie, cultivating an image that would one day become recognizable the world over. He was awarded the honorary title of Kentucky Colonel by the governor in recognition of his contributions to the state's cuisine, sealing his persona as the friendly, dedicated Southern cook. Yet, the road to enduring success was far from straight. Disaster struck in the early 1950s when a new interstate highway bypassed Corbin, diverting traffic away from the Sanders Cafe and all but eliminating its customer base. At the age of 65, when most people might contemplate retirement, Sanders was forced to sell his business. Left with little more than his secret recipe and his signature look, he faced a daunting crossroads. But Colonel Sanders was undeterred. He loaded his car with containers of spices and a pressure cooker, embarking on an epic journey across the United States. Against a backdrop of skepticism and indifference, he knocked on the doors of restaurateurs, offering to teach them his method in return for a modest royalty on every chicken sold. Dogged perseverance paid off. By 1952, Pete Harmon, a Salt Lake City restaurant owner, became the first franchisee. Under Harmon, Kentucky Fried Chicken was born, complete with the first use of Sanders's likeness on signage. What followed was rapid expansion, fueled by the power of the franchise model, an innovative concept at the time. The Colonel's business philosophy was simple but profound. Focus on product quality, consistency, and operational excellence. Each new restaurant pledged to uphold his standards, ensuring that no matter where you enjoyed KFC, the taste would echo that of the original Sanders Cafe. This uniformity, combined with the distinctive branding of the Kentucky Colonel, a pristine white suit, goatee, and string tie, set KFC apart in an era when fast food was still in its infancy. In the decades that followed, KFC became one of the fastest-growing fast food chains in America, captivating taste buds from coast to coast. The secret recipe became the stuff of legend, locked away in a vault and closely guarded by executives, a symbol of tradition in a rapidly changing world. By the mid-1960s, KFC had begun its foray into international markets, opening its first overseas restaurant in Canada, and then expanding to the United Kingdom, Australia, and beyond. KFC's success was not solely defined by its secret recipe or its charismatic founder. Adapting to new tastes and embracing innovation became key ingredients in the brand's ongoing evolution. Throughout the 1970s and 1980s, KFC experimented with menu items and marketing strategies to stay ahead in a crowded market. Iconic ad campaigns kept the Colonel front and center, reinforcing the brand's sense of authenticity and warmth. At the same time, the company responded to shifting consumer tastes by introducing new items such as the extra crispy chicken, chicken sandwiches, and later, healthier options like grilled chicken. By the time of Colonel Sanders' death in 1980, at the age of 90, the world had come to see him not just as a savvy businessman, but as a symbol of perseverance, the embodiment of the American dream. Even as the company passed through the hands of various corporate giants, the spirit of the Colonel endured. Generations of families grew up with the ritual of sharing a bucket of KFC chicken, creating a sense of nostalgia and comfort that transcended cultures and continents. Over the years, KFC's reach has expanded to over 145 countries, with more than 25,000 restaurants worldwide. Each market has brought its own challenges and opportunities, requiring the brand to strike a delicate balance between global standards and local tastes. In Japan, for example, KFC's presence has become synonymous with Christmas, thanks to an inspired marketing campaign in the 1970s that turned fried chicken into a holiday tradition. In China and India, the menu was tailored to accommodate local preferences, introducing spicy variations, rice dishes, and vegetarian selections, a testament to the enduring power of adaptation. Brand reinvention has been instrumental in maintaining KFC's prominence. As consumer expectations evolved, especially amid growing concerns for health and sustainability, KFC responded by introducing new cooking methods, sourcing higher quality ingredients, and maintaining transparency around nutrition. Limited time offers, creative collaborations, and digital ordering platforms kept the brand relevant in an age of rapid technological advancement. The Colonel, too, got a modern makeover, appearing in various incarnations, sometimes playful, sometimes irreverent, but always a touchstone to the brand's storied heritage. Underlying KFC's ongoing evolution is an unwavering commitment to the founding principles established by Colonel Sanders himself: flavor, consistency, hospitality, and the pursuit of excellence. The company's ability to stay true to its roots while simultaneously embracing change is the true secret behind its enduring appeal. KFC's narrative is more than an account of financial triumph. It's a human story. It's about a man who, despite a lifetime filled with setbacks, never gave up on his vision. At an age when most would surrender to circumstance, Colonel Sanders began his journey in earnest, carrying his cast-iron skillet from town to town in pursuit of a dream. His spirit of resilience taught the world that it's never too late to reinvent oneself, that every challenge is an opportunity, and that the heart of great food is not simply in the cooking, but in the care, pride, and love poured into every meal. KFC's legacy is written in the millions of people who gather around its tables every day. Families, friends, and communities come together to savor the distinctive flavor of the Colonel's chicken, sharing stories and moments that become cherished memories. The secret recipe, still locked away from prying eyes, remains a symbol of tradition, mystery, and the intangible magic that has made KFC a household name. Ultimately, the secret behind KFC's success isn't just a blend of herbs and spices. It's a fusion of passion, tenacity, and an unbreakable belief in the power of good food to bring people together. As KFC continues to evolve, branching out into exciting culinary territories and embracing new technologies, the world can be certain that the essence of what Colonel Sanders began in that humble Kentucky kitchen will endure, reminding us all that greatness is born not only out of success, but out of the courage to keep going, one meal at a time.